Women may be coming out of the subway and not even know that a creep is taking a picture of them or a video. Not only that, but he's then posting it online. This has jumped to actually a 6-alarm fire here on Walton Avenue. It broke out around 12 o'clock this morning. Behind me, the building you see, the rain's coming down pretty hard. My mobile camera and I are getting pretty tired of getting wet, so let's go find some shelter. We're going back inside. If someone does come take these, you have this camera to see it?
We have the camera here. It's shooting 24 hours a day.
Seeing this tight-knit community emotionally unravel here in Newtown is absolutely unreal. We've become so used to really arching our necks to check out One World Trade Center here. Today was just the announcement of her retirement, which will be in a year, Tamsin. She's calling this her victory lap year. She's had no part in any of this conspiracy, but she does say the family's been going through tough financial difficulties. So right below his old kicks, you have more of the modern advertisement where the Catholic Diocese says they hope you'll use the bar scanner app on your phone. Well, what you didn't see, the camera turned off, he sprinted away from me. I don't know. Inside are a lot of goodies, and I picked you out because I stalked you. No, not really, but you seem like a great guy, so I figured why not, I'll give this to you. That was scary. Can I just stay in fetal position? Well, we all know what it's like, the process of getting on the subway. Then once you're inside, you have to run to catch the train, or in this case, leap. And the waiting is the worst part. So then you finally make it on and make obviously a mad dash to all the seats. Look at all of these available. This never happens. Usually the whole process can be pretty awkward. So awkward, in fact, a new study was just released about it, titled The Habits of Passengers Underground. I thought we should saddle up next to a couple of riders. This guy's asleep to see what they think is uncomfortable on the subway. Hey, man.
Oh, here we go.
Do you find this awkward?
Yes, very much.
Tell me what's awkward about it.
I was just trying to get a little snooze.
Well, that's one activity that the recent MTA study shows as popular among riders. After data was collected for 3 weeks last winter, the MTA decided to release their findings now. The results were, frankly, not too shocking. Most passengers want to steer clear of touching strangers, and most also want to snag seats next to the doors and follow a basic rule of thumb. Try not to stare at each other. What about when someone's making like direct eye contact?
Yeah, that's the worst. I feel that's the worst.
Have you had that happen?
Yeah, and I feel like I'm being watched, and then I'll look again, and then that person's still looking at me, like, stop looking at me.
And if there's a tiny spot to sit, the data shows a small percentage of people would rather just stand. What's up? How's it going? All in all, what we learned from the MTA about underground habits, just try to keep to yourself. If you do that, you'll be labeled a true New Yorker. Hilary Whittier, Pix 11 News. Can I park here? I think I can park here. Hey, can I park here? It's one of the main causes of frustration for New Yorkers, finding that perfect legal parking spot. Or really, any parking spot.
They are so quick, especially on 14th Street with those tickets. I mean, they'll give you a ticket for anything, and the minute they start writing it, it's over.
But now there's an app for that. The app is called the Can I Park Here app. It costs $1.99, and the concept is pretty simple. You take a look at any New York City parking sign, you take a picture with your iPhone, and the app tells you either yes, I can park here, or no, I can't. In this case, parking is allowed. We met up with an Apple specialist at TechServe in Manhattan, who says consumers in big cities often ask for these types of products.
When I first heard it, wow, can I park here? It's excellent. For this city?
According to the New York Times, each year the city banks hundreds of millions of dollars in parking tickets by handing out around $10 million for $115 a pop. And when driving around the city, it's easy to find one on your windshield when most signs look like mazes, with arrows going every which way.
Driving in the city's tough.
So instead of ending up here at the pound, where you'll pay $200 or $300 just to get your car back, people with the iPhone say the app could help.
Especially if you have more than one person in the car, so you can use it well. I think if you're driving, you don't want to be using your app too much, but it would be helpful once you park to see if it's okay.
Reports show the number of tickets issued has gone up over 40% since the mayor took office in 2001. And with numbers like that, drivers say they can use all the help they can get. Hilary Whittier, Pix 11 News. We're all used to it by now. Construction, construction, construction along 2nd Avenue. But what if there was a new shelf life put into place? One that prolonged the maintenance work even more? How about 1,000 years more? Does not end till April 6th or 7th, 3013.
All right, we're gonna be here for a while, I guess.
You got that right, according to this sign at least. Check it out. East 69th Street will be closed between 2nd and 3rd Avenue until 3013. Well, it's only another 1,000 years. Not that big of a deal, right? Well, that's a millennium. It could be worse.
Well, I was trying to ignore it because I didn't want my clients to see it.
This real estate agent says he first saw the large square millennium predictor pop up a week ago.
It seems like the city doesn't know what they're doing when they post these signs up. Well, why would you post 3013 and see that it's wrong and still keep it there?
That was our question too, so we called the MTA thinking the sign was related to the 2nd Avenue subway. Well, the MTA's response, it's not theirs and they don't know who put it up. After a little digging though, we found out it was set up by a contractor working across the street. Since then, it's been ignored. But one passerby says, who knows, it could take that long anyways for all of this mess to get cleaned up.
Everything in New York takes forever. Then they'll have a hearing.
Then they have a hearing.
Yes, and then there'll be some judicial action. And then the lawyers will swoop in.
So maybe it really will take 1,000 years.
Yeah, I think so.
But for others, it's worth at least a good laugh.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, I would think. I'm sure whoever made the sign is going to be a little embarrassed when he sees it.
On the Upper East Side, Hilary Whittier, Pix 11 News.